Look at these medals, as well as this trophy. I'm sure we have all earned them at one point in our life, for one thing or another, but odds are they're most likely for a sporting event. And what do these medals and trophies mean in the grand scheme of life? Not a whole lot. What does mean a whole lot is the education that we are receiving in our schools, because these are the things that will shape us for the rest of our lives. This is an important topic because students in America in particular, are lacking in the test scores comparative to other countries. But now we may know why. As me being an athlete my whole life, I've experienced the conflict between school and sports for quite some time. The problem is school-sponsored sports. They're holding schools back from their true function. What we need to do is abolish them. We need to transition into club sports because this will allow for more success both academically and athletically. We need to strive to be the best possible to make for a better future in America. School-sponsored sports are hurting schools academically. My school, as well as the majority of schools in America, offer school-sponsored sports and put significant attention on them. What we need to be doing is putting more attention into the academics. Some ways that we put a lot of attention on sports are through the huge trophy cases that you see when walking into a school. Every school has them. It's maybe one of the first things you see when walking into the school is this trophy case, and you may think that, wow, I'm walking into an athletic facility right now instead of a learning environment. In her article, Schools Debate Whether to Hire Coaches Who Are Not Teachers, Brenda Young talks about how schools hire teachers who are coaches just for the sake of having a good coach. Are these hirings benefiting the kids in their education? You can answer that for yourself. Another way sports distract schools are through their money. Oftentimes, we choose to spend money on sports rather than academics. Through her studies, Amanda Ripley found that a football player at a high school costs about $1,300 a year, while in comparison, a math student costs only about $618. The last way that sports take over academics in schools is the time that sports take. All this time after school we're practicing sports or even missing school days for sporting events could be used studying. Now we see all the ways that sports are in the way of academics. And many people think that sports should be a big part of the school and this is the way things are meant to be. In fact, 10 out of the 10 students that I asked were in favor of keeping school sports. But I'm here to tell you that club sports will benefit both sides. If all the kids just did club sports instead of school-sponsored sports, there would be no hiring of poor teachers, no trophy cases to distract the students. The money could all be spent in academics, and most of all, there would be much more free time for the students to learn. These will allow for better opportunities for the kids. In Ripley's article, The Case Against High School Sports, she looks into a situation regarding the sports. She looked at a small high school in Texas called Fremont High School. This was a comparative to West Branch, a school that I go to, because it was a small town and it was mainly a football town. This school had been declared an academic failure. The superintendent of the school, Ernest Singleton, suspended all sports in hope to fix the problem. A quote from him says, "The first 12 weeks of school were the most peaceful beginnings we've ever experienced here at the high school. It was calm, and there was a level of energy devoted to planning and lessons, and to after-school tutoring. I saw such a difference." It was found that 80% of kids passed their classes that first semester without sports, as opposed to 50% in the previous semester. It was also found that, in regards to parent-teacher conferences, only 6 people went the first time when there still was sports, compared to 160 the next time after they had gotten rid of sports. Another side benefit from this was that there was less behavioral situations. And simply the kids who missed sports joined in club teams. After hearing this story, we know that it works. If we want a better future for kids in this town and country, we need to have schools do their assigned jobs of educating kids. Transitioning into club sports will solve lacking test scores. Kids will be more focused on school instead of after-school sports. Schools will devote more time to their kids and their academics. After-school time can be used for extra help, no longer hiring coaches as teachers, and more money to academics. And if it is the dream of someone to play sports in college, they will still have that chance through club sports. In this article, in China, jocks don't rule the school, but the smart kids, they're cool. Farclaw talks about how Chinese schools do not offer sports. And for them, it seems to be working. In the most recent test, high school students from China ranked in first in math, first in science, and first in reading, while American schools ranked 31st in math, 24th in science, and 21st in reading. The difference is they do not have sports. We now understand why school sports are a problem for the American education system and the ways which school sports hold us back academically and why club sports are the way to go. We should want the best for our kids in America, and to get the most out of school, we need to take the step in the right direction. Now, start joining club sports or have your kids sign up for club sports and encourage others to join these club sports. Gather up local citizens who are in favor of this and attend a school board meeting. Voice your opinion and show them this idea and explain to them why it is better for the students in the long run, and maybe they'll follow. Anyone can stand up for what they believe is right, so make that decision and help out our nation's kids.